Is there such a thing as too much Sea Dog VA? We're about to find out, because he's here.
That's a really precarious thing to start with in a hotel room.
Well,
is there too much secret? Yeah, we'll find out tonight.
I'll admit it's a pretty shady backdrop for this one.
Yeah. Well, we're on another one of our adventures, so
No,
it's, we have to make do.
Well, I say too much, Connor, because we've had you in a cyclothon, there's been a wacky weekend. Now this, can't get away from the guy. Alas, we're here today, guys, in a room, and outside the window we've got the Eye of Sauron overlooking us.
It's very precarious.
I shit you not. Take a look at that. So we're in Shimonoseki at the complete end of Honshu, right at the far tip. And the people of Shimonoseki thought, what better way to commemorate that than building the Eye of Sauron?
Huge fans of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And really, Tolkien was truly ahead of his time.
It's kind of cool. Like Japanese cities love to go overboard with observation decks.
Yeah.
They're like, we have the biggest one. We have the biggest ball at the top of our observation tower. They do like really quirky things to try and stand out. And that one, I don't know what it's trying to do, but I quite like it at night.
It looks cool. It lights up, which is nice, but maybe the roads could be a little bit better. It's fine, it's fine.
It needs a good road, but you can have a tower. Anyway, today we're going to talk about 12 things nobody tells you about Japan. Some of the lesser known stuff. And, Connor, you've been here almost 5 years now.
Yeah.
Right, when we first met, you were the new kid in the block. In the block. You
sound so out of touch. And you say, this new kid on the block.
The youth of today, what do they believe in? But you were new, right? And you came on the channel, we talked about overrated things in Japan and underrated things. Now you've been here 5 years. And a breadth of experience to draw from. I think it should be quite interesting.
I think the more I stay in Japan, the more I like Japan, actually.
That's interesting. Because I want to talk about that. Because you find most people, they hit this point about 4 or 5 years in where the magic sort of fades, and Japan's a bit like, oh, fucking take my stamp to stamp things, the hanky stamp. Whenever you do paperwork, you got to stamp things.
Yeah.
Things start to grate on you.
But let's share some things that you might not know. But I'm sure you might know some of them, but let us know how many you know down below.
Indeed. And the first one, starting with me,
okay,
is Japan actually uses thousands of English words, but nobody here will understand it unless you use a katakana accent.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, everybody knows konbini, convenience store, McDonald's, Mac, morning McDonald's. But it gets a bit complicated, and it's quite interesting seeing how these things come about and the links, right? But some of them have been so bastardized that it's kind of difficult to know where the genesis came from.
Okay, do you have any examples off the top of your head?
So if you go to a hotel, right, and you have the morning buffet, you know what that's called?
Oh, I recognise that. If you told me, I'd know it.
It's called Viking.
Wait, no, I'd never heard of
Right?
this.
You don't know this?
No.
Viking, it means so it's really complicated and weird, but the Imperial Hotel in Tokyo, back in the 1950s, they wanted to have an all-you-can-eat buffet, and they wanted to use a smorgasbord, the Swedish concept of a smorgasbord.
Okay.
And they were like, wait a minute, smorgasbord, a little bit too difficult to say.
Yeah.
What's Sweden known for? Vikings, isn't it? And so now it's just Viking. And when I first found that out, I was like, I don't get it.
Was Swedish people Vikings? I thought it was mainly Danish.
We don't get don't question it.
Yeah, but I've actually never heard of it.
Really? If you go to a business
We're in a hotel right now. Let's go. I'm gonna go down right now and ask them.
Viking.
En Muscat. Viking. En Muscat.
And a Swedish man with a sword will come out and chop your head off.
It's a good point though, because sometimes when I don't know a word, I'll just throw a Hail Mary and just say it in a katakana accent, and then sometimes I'll be like, what the fuck? And sometimes I'll be like, oh, we get you. Like when I went to Coffee Beans, I didn't know the word for grind. They asked me for that at one of the grinds, so I was like, grind shinai. Oh my god. And they went, oh, what kind of?
Oh, wow, what?
Yeah, they were like, yeah.
I hate saying cold brew coffee in Japanese, because you say that in katakana, and it's like,
cold brew coffee.
Cold brew coffee.
But if you say cold brew coffee, they'll be like, what?
Yeah, you have to get it right?
Or
this
latte.
is the point.
Latte. That's the big one. When you as a tourist, you're coming and you're trying to get a latte. You'd be like, latte. They're like, what? Like, latte. And you feel like an idiot. But that's most of the time. That's how they know it.
Because they learn gairaigo, foreign borrowed words, but they don't learn the English word. So, but yeah, a few other examples of bastardized words that don't make sense. Mansion.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean a big house. It means a big apartment.
Well, that actually comes from the French word mansion.
Knowledge.
So where mansion just means any building.
Yeah.
But then there's also other words like Arbeiter, which is German for work, which they use only as part-time, which I found really confusing. It's but they wouldn't know any of this context, so it's really odd knowing what words are picked up. But I suppose we do that in English as well.
They don't know the etymology of the word, right?
Yeah.
They just know the word. And also snack, snack.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't mean a snack. It means an actual bar, a snack bar.
Yeah, it's very odd when it's applied and when it's not. It's very unusual.
It also means rishi snack, because That's how they say his
What?
name. The Prime Minister of the UK. He's known as Snack Sam. He loves a good snack, old Rishi. It got really confusing. I was watching like a political show, and they're like, snack Sam. And I was like, Snack Sam? What is that? Some sort of provocative snack bar.
God.
No, it's Rishi Sunak. Well, that's Rishi Sunak aside.